Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy AJ.
It's your boy Nick.
And this is Hip Hop Vibes, the podcast. What's poppin' with you, dog?
Nothing much, bro. Excited for the show.
Right.
Every week.
Tell them what the topic is, homie.
The topic of this show will be double albums.
Yeah.
Everything about double albums. Best double albums, why double albums, everything.
Right. If you've been following the show for the last couple weeks, couple months, we've been doing like the whole countdown, like the top artist, top producer, top album, top song of each year. On the last show, we just finished the 90s. So we're taking a little break for the 80s because we got to do a whole bunch of homework and shit on that one.
Go back to school.
right,
back to class.
You got to hit up our OGs. It's about that one. That's a little before our time. But yeah, double albums. First of all, what's your take on double albums in hip hop?
Man, I think overall, man, it's cool, but generally it's not a good idea. Like, I think, there's a couple classic albums, double albums. But I feel like, why not just like be more selective about what songs you put out? Because I feel like double albums is like, we talked UGK off the show. We talked about UGK and Pimp C was in jail, and so they have they amassed all this content, and fans have been waiting for their shit. So like that makes sense, but I feel like overall double albums is like I'd rather hear like the best of what you have instead of putting out like 31 tracks, like. Unless you're like my favorite artist. But even then, some of my favorite artists is like, was Streets Disciple good? Was Blueprint 2 good? Like, now I gotta sort through it. I remember I got Blueprint 2.1. That's the one I actually listen to when I want to listen to Blueprint 2, because 2.1 is like this. He put out the year after he put out a streamlined version of like 13 of the best ones. Yeah. So overall, I'm not totally against it, but for the most part, I don't really think it's the best idea. What about you?
I'm pretty much the same way, because like sometimes like a lot of the songs that are on the album are kind of like throwaway songs.
Yeah,
just to make the shit sound full.
Yeah,
and like you go back and kind of like, yeah, this album could have did without this song, without this song, without this feature, without this. You know what I'm saying? Man. It's like you're just trying to like just fill up space basically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now some people, like you said earlier, some people can pull it off. Like for example, like All Eyes on Me.
Yeah,
that's probably one of the few ones that you could probably take away maybe like 2 or 3 songs off it, but still,
but see that's a testament to it. 2 out of 3 how many tracks?
I think it was like 27.
27.
Yeah, 27 songs.
Okay, yeah. So that's like that's a pretty good percentage rate. It's like 85, 90%.
Right.
Good tracks.
Versus like fucking Lil Flip for the only
Flip. I think he might have to take the worst double album. Right. I didn't even know that shit was a double album. I thought he put out a single. That was
literally the only good songs were the singles. Game Over and Sunshine. I remember I listened to that shit in fucking middle school when it came out. Damn, I'm old. But yeah. I think this shit came out like 04, 05. Like 04, yeah. It was like 04, yeah.
Yeah.
And I borrowed it from my classmates, and I burned the shit, and I'm like, yo, this shit is trash. I mean, granted, I was in like 7th or 8th grade. My ear is different from back then. Even still, like, yeah.
Yeah.
That shit wasn't received.
I don't think that's going to age well with time, bro. I don't think it's going to. I think one of the reasons it's trash is because I think for the most part, man, it's actually just like all about money. Because when you sell, I've researched this. I did do my homework on this part. Mm-hmm. So when you sell a double album, it counts as 2 albums.
Exactly. So
that's why I really think that's why people do it. It's just for money. True. That's why I really think. I don't think there's really any artistic reason to be like, unless you got like a real like concept or idea. Like you talk about Speaker Box and The Love Below. Like, okay, these are blatantly, that's like a perfect double album because those are 2 different concepts that you would want to rap together. You wouldn't want them separate because they complement each other in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're featured on each other's albums, and obviously they're Outkast. But I think for the most part, like outside of Outkast being creatively genius and shit, most people are gonna make some bullshit and just be like, okay. Like I think Drizzy really was doing that just to like have a bunch of shit for streaming numbers. Like that's my personal thought on that. Like I don't really feel like it's a great idea for the most part. Business shit, but good business move, but bad for like, I don't know, art, I guess. That's just me.
Now, you do consider Speaker Box Love Below like a double album?
I would, yeah, for sure. I definitely would, because I think it kind of plays like 2 solo albums, but
yeah,
it does. But it's still, they have such a history together that it's like they're still Outkast.
Yeah, and it's still marketed as Outkast.
Right,
So,
right.
Yeah, I guess.
So.
And that could be the same way from Nelly's Sweatsuit.
Yeah, oh, that's a good one to mention. Yeah. I thought that was a good one though. So I'm gonna contradict myself though, because I feel like that one had a theme. There was a reason why I did that shit. Because I feel like Sweat was like, Sweat was more like,
Sweat was kind of like more like a party type joint,
shit,
and then Suit was kind of like more R&B.
Yeah. That was cool. I like both of them actually.
Like Sweat had Get Your Eagle On.
Get Your Eagle On. I had the joint with Christina Aguilera.
Oh yeah.
What was the one called? I like that joint.
And then
Dope sample.
Suit had My Place.
Well, how's that one go?
Won't you come on and roll with me? Come on, roll with me.
Ooh, girl.
Come on over to my place.
He actually sang that shit. He really killed that shit, man.
We need to do like bloopers like all the time. That shit would be hilarious.
Come on. How does Jaheim's verse go? He has like kind of like a bridge or some shit.
I forgot how the bridge went.
I don't remember.
I don't remember the
bridge. But
bridge.
the shit was epic though. It was great though. I'm sure it was great though.
Yeah. It was a good song. It was definitely a good song.
Yeah, I like that song, man. I like that shit. He had a couple joints on there though. He had some other good ones.
Yeah.
That I can't really remember, but
yeah, it's been so long since I actually listened to it. But yeah, as far as like double albums go, I think it's like a total of like 22 double albums. As far as hip hop goes, as far as I can remember. There might be more. If there is, y'all let me know.
Yeah, it's probably more.
It might be more.
I heard it though.
But it's probably like super underground or like super forgettable type of shit. So I'm gonna go down the list real quick. You got All Eyes on Me. You got Life After Death. Pac and Biggie. You got Wu-Tang Forever. Obviously Wu-Tang. You got The Art of War by Bone Thugs. Speakerboxx, Love Below, Outkast. Underground Kings, UGK. Sweatsuit, Nelly. Skull and Bones, Cypress Hill. MP The Last Don, Master P. Diplomatic Immunity by Dipset. Blueprint 2, Jay-Z. Element of Surprise, E40. Streets Disciples, Nas. He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper by Will Smith, a.k.a. The Fresh Prince. Summertime 06 by Vince Staples, my bad. My Homies, Scarface. Lost, 8 Ball. G-Funk's Classic, Volume 1 and 2, Nate Dogg. Corruption by Corrupt. You Gotta Feel Me, Lil Flip. Killer, Take 9. Then you got Scorpion by Drake. Yeah, so that's pretty decent list. It's pretty decent list.
Yeah.
And then when I was going through the stuff, I'm like, damn, this was a double album? Or this nigga released a double album? I'm like,
right. That's that shit surprising.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Lil Flip had a double album.
Right.
We're gonna keep dragging that man's name around, but I'm sorry, man. It's just all like that's the thing I was gonna say. I was like, basically all the artists you mentioned are like legendary artists
for the most part.
Like that's why, except for Lil Flip. That's why I'm like, what the
Lil
fuck?
Flip and
you say Outkast. We said Outkast, right?
Yeah.
Vince Staples, true.
You still knew.
We said like Outkast, Biggie, Jay, Wu-Tang, and Lil Flip. Like, hey, hold on, what the fuck? Like, nah, but yeah, man, that's a list. And what would you rank what are your top 5?
Top 5.
Shit, I don't even know mine. I probably should figure that out first.
All Eyes on Me, Life After Death, Speakerboxx, Love Below. I'll probably put He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper, the Will Smith joint. I'll put that up there. Not as favorites, but just as far as like the best ones.
The best one?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And for the 5th one, I'll probably say it's between UGK and Dipset. Because, that album put on, Santana, Jim Jones. Cameron's already established. But to put on the rest of Dipset as well, so that's definitely like up there for me.
Yeah, I feel like for me, see, if I'm talking about best of all time, probably put Pac and then Biggie, and then Outkast, and then I probably would agree with what you said, Will Smith and UGK. But if I was for my own shit, I'd put Outkast up again above Biggie. I would do that because I just love the Outkast shit. And when that came out, that was a pivotal time for me. So I was like, oh shit. Like, I remember getting that. So I was a little more.
That was 03, right?
Yeah, that was 03.
Yeah, that was 03.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. Like that was the talk of, I was in like 4th grade, I think. 5th grade, some shit.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 28, bro.
Okay. I'm like,
wait, you think I'm like 20?
I was like that too. I had to think worse. I had to get my math right. I was like, wait a
minute. You were in the college. You were like, what the fuck?
No, I was in middle school. I was in the 7th grade when that shit came out.
Yeah, I remember I had a crush on a girl and she loved that album. And then she brought the next day. She brought Jaquan Hood Hop. I was like,
that was a hit. That was a hit though.
I was like, hold on. She's like, I like this one more than Outkast. What?
Oh, okay. Nah.
He got one song.
Nah.
He got
two.
He got two songs.
got two.
What was the other one? I forget.
Tipsy.
No, that's number one. What's the second one?
Hood Hop. Tipsy and Hood Hop.
Oh, Hood Hop is the other single. I didn't even.
Yeah, that's the other single.
Hood Hop.
He had two
I was
singles,
talking about the album was named.
Oh, yeah, the album was
Yeah.
called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't even remember that one. Tipsy, of course, but
So what's your say your top 5 again?
yeah. So I mean, top 5 for like the critics would be Tupac, Biggie, Outkast, Will Smith, and UGK. And then for me, it would be Tupac, and then it would be Outkast, and then it would be Biggie.
Okay.
And then honestly, I can't really speak on Will Smith's joint, and I didn't really listen to UGK's joint, so it's kind of hard for me to say. Like, I'm gonna say that Nas of the Street Disciple is not gonna be on that list. 'Cause I listened to that today. Man, that shit, like some of the beats, like I don't know what, like
This goes to the whole thing, like
okay, I'll discuss it.
Nas doesn't like pick any good beats.
Nas, I mean, that's the thing. He's so easy. It's easy to target for that because he does do that. But sometimes his raps are actually just bad. Like I gotta be honest. Like he's one of my favorite MCs, but he just like sometimes he won't catch a flow, and his flow will be totally fucked up. And yeah, in that album, he was a couple of joints. Like it was just like what, like, and the chorus is like everybody's talking about that new Nas song. And the song's a mess. I was like, I don't know what he's talking about, but yeah, man. I mean, the beats weren't great. I mean, some of the rapping was great. Some of the rapping wasn't good. Like,
Yeah.
he's a guy like he's kind of like rapper that like stays at home and kind of he could like record himself in his own studio and like has a couple friends over, but he never really goes out and like collaborates with tons of people, which I feel like can hold you back a little bit when you don't expand like your sonic ambitions. He kind of like just chills in one corner on that album for the most part. I like Virgo with Ludacris, but I mean, that's really because Dougie Fresh and Ludacris brought more energy.
They did, facts.
But I like that one, and there's a couple joints.
What's the joint he did with Quan?
I like the one with Quan.
Just a moment.
I like that one too. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
But other than that, it's like,
I actually thought of you when Quan was singing on the chorus. I was like, this could be like he kind of sounded like Nate Dogg a little bit on that, like when he was singing "When Day Comes."
Oh yeah.
I was like, this kind of sounds like AJ.
But he didn't really like do anything after that though. Unfortunately,
I don't know what happened to him.
I don't know. Right, I don't know what happened to him.
Nas said he was gonna pass the torch.
Yeah,
I was
like
what?
he was supposed to be the next one. Yeah, and then like
What the hell?
and then that was it.
He's from Virginia too, I think.
Yeah, he from Virginia.
Yeah.
That's why I was so hyped. I'm like, we got a nigga from Virginia that Nas is like passing the
Nas
torch to,
actually
and then
passed the torch. That's crazy.
and then
man.
it's just like
that's
that was it.
I
The
can
only
only
other song I
imagine.
heard from him was he did like a freestyle of the Purple Rain, the Benny Single joint.
Oh,
He did a freestyle
that's
of
a
that,
good one.
and he did a
I love
freestyle.
that
He did a freestyle of it was a Rick Ross beat. I forgot I got the song, but he did like freestyle of that. But that's the only things I've heard from him.
Yeah. That's sometimes it goes like that. He had a couple, Nas had a couple of their joints on there. But see, that's why I'm gonna say double album is like, bro, like, there's like half of the album shouldn't be there. Therefore, just there should be one disc. Why is there two discs? You only have one disc worth of good content. So I'm really gonna maintain that. I think it's just a business thing, man. I really do. I feel like only big artists can pull that shit because they have big fan base. They know the fans are gonna buy it. So why not just get double the amount? That's how I think about it. That's probably what they're doing. You know, Blueprint 2, like,
and it's also based on the situations too. Cause like for example,
what you mean?
For example, like with Pop, like remember when he signed with Death Row, he signed like a 3-album deal.
Oh yeah.
So like
there you go.
So like All Eyes on Me counts as a double album. Counts as two albums. So
deal,
right off the bat,
yeah,
that's 2 albums out of there.
There you go.
And then he did the third one within a week.
Yeah,
Cause like he was ready to get out of Death Row. He just used
There
that
you
shit to
go.
get out of
See?
jail.
Yeah.
And then
So again, I think that kind of furthers my point that like a double album is kind of like a business, like it's like a business like transaction. Like he did that so he could get 2 done. And I'm not saying the album was bad, obviously.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad.
But it's sort of like
6 singles on one.
Right.
One
You know
joint.
what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like a business ploy. It's like a kind of a tool for them. Okay, let me get out of this deal, or like let me. Yeah. So I mean, I think the double album is. I mean, Tupac is definitely the most epic one. Obviously, it's gotta be it's the first rap one. It's not the first rap.
It's
one,
the first original one. I think somebody said online. It was like the first original one because like when Fresh Prince dropped their joint, it was still, this is still what the vinyls and shit.
Yeah.
So it was like double vinyl type shit. But with Pac, it was like legit like double CD.
Was he the first double CD of any genre?
Who?
Pac.
Nah, not in genre.
Oh, okay, no, okay. I was about to say like,
because I'm pretty sure like the Beatles and like all them other cats did like double albums and shit like that. Yeah, I didn't really do my homework on other genres, but
yeah. No, but I was gonna say I almost thought that Tupac was his first. I mean, definitely the first big rap.
Yeah,
one.
the first notable one. Like, technically, yeah. Even though technically Will Smith did it first, technically, all I always gets the credit as like the first like double album, hip hop album. And then like the trend followed, because then by like '97 you had Life After Death, you had The Art of War, you had Wu-Tang Forever.
Yeah, right.
They all dropped that same year.
Yeah, they all like did that shit.
Yeah.
And then Nas did it after Blueprint 2 came out, and he did his.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's always like a trend. And as much as I love Bone Thugs is my favorite rap group. As much as I love Bone Thugs, that album could have been one CD. You could have just did this one, and then that was it. Honestly.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I'll say take Thug Love from this two, put on this one.
He's getting specific now. He wants a custom order. Okay.
And then, yeah.
So was this two just not good, or it just wasn't necessary, or like because you're like a big, you're a big fan.
I just feel like it's just. I feel like a lot of songs are kind of throwaways.
Oh, okay.
And then also around this time, this was when by this time Easy had died, and then like Eazy's wife took over Ruthless Records, and Busy Bone wasn't with that. So he's kind of like on and off with the album and shit too.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so like the energy, you could just tell the energy really wasn't there at that point. I mean, it's still so decently, but yeah, it could. Yeah, you could have did without some of those songs, a lot of those songs. I was doing my homework too, and then like a lot of these double albums were actually like debut albums. Like Corrupts was a debut.
Wow,
Nate Dogg's was a debut. Well, Nate Dogg's situation is a little different because his shit was supposed to come out like 94, 95. But all the shit that was happening with Death Row around that time, plus like sample clearances and all that shit, it didn't get released till like 98.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So by that time, he had like a whole bunch of work, so he just threw all them shits on there. It wasn't received well, but it's Nate Dogg.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good. He was still gonna be good regardless.
I just thought of a one that wasn't on the list. Documentary. Oh wait, hold on. Was it a double album though? Documentary 2.
2.5.
2.5 was a double album.
Damn, you're right.
You know what I mean? And I heard because go look that shit up.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure. No, I know 2.5 definitely was. I don't know if 2 was initially. I don't think 2 was initially, but I know 2.5. I remember that because he re-released it.
Yeah. Oh, because he did like 2 different versions.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah.
He did.
No, I don't think it's a double album. No, it's not a double album.
Nah, okay, whatever.
It's
just long as shit.
Yeah, he got like 17 tracks on there.
Yeah, so I think we could just make another point that you've have you noticed deluxe albums being a big thing lately? Have you noticed that?
Yeah,
that's like the new. I think that's like the new double album. Like every artist I see now, like a lot of new artists in the last like 3 years. Labels always put out a deluxe album, and the deluxe album might come out literally like a week after. It's like, well, you just put out that one now as a deluxe one. But I mean, you've seen all these different artists, pretty much every artist, Young Thug, DaBaby, Doja Cat, they all do it. They all put out deluxe albums.
Fucking who did it? Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj did that shit.
She did that shit like 3-4 times for one album.
Yeah, right. The Pink Print, I think was like, it was expanded or whatever edition. Like, they do that shit. Like now, I think it's just it's a business move, man.
Not to cut you off, but like so with the documentary too. So he released documentary 2, and then a week later he released 2.5. So it's a 2-piece, but he released them separately. So yeah,
I don't get that, man. I mean, listen, like if you put out an album, why are you putting out another album like a week later?
Right.
Because I don't know. Again, I'm just slow, but I want to digest the first one.
Yeah, facts.
But anyway, yeah, that's good business though. You make more money.
You're right, and then like it helps you quicker as far as like getting platinum, going platinum, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because if you do a double album, all you gotta do is sell 500,000.
Yeah.
Then, boom, that's $1 million right there. So that's platinum already.
Right.
When any other album would be gold.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're doing that shit for the business, man. You're not doing that shit for the art. Like, not
in most cases.
In most cases, right? Yeah, some cases, yeah, but
because you look at some of the names on the list, like E40, Tech 9, Lil Flip,
Lil Flip, no man, that dude's a legend, man.
In Houston.
In his neighborhood, in his
Yeah.
house. No, I'm playing.
But nah, he has some good tracks, but it just wasn't.
Yeah, he does.
It definitely wasn't worth fucking 2 CDs worth.
Yeah, he banked on that shit. I hope that paid off for him.
Well, what's your take on Drake's on double album though? On Scorpion?
Scorpion.
Yeah.
I liked the first album. I actually thought, I think as double albums go, it was good. What I mean by that is like there was a theme to each disc. Like the second disc was like the R&B shit. I didn't really care for it, but then the rap disc was actually cool.
Yeah.
But I would say that was good. That was a good idea because he actually
I did
like he had a reason to do it. Like because he does actually do R&B and rap at the same time. So I thought that was actually pretty cool.
And a lot of people were complaining about him doing more R&B shit. So he's like, all right, I'm do this. I'm gonna give you a rap album and I'm gonna give you an R&B album.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the rap heads can listen to this one, the ladies can listen to this too.
No, I like that shit actually. I actually like the rap one a lot.
Yeah,
because that's when he brought out Take Keith.
Oh yeah.
Like that stripped down Memphis shit. Oh, I like that shit a lot, man. He has some tracks like that.
Take Keith, fuck these niggas up, man.
Yeah, sir. I like that. I like those tracks. I think in general, like I prefer artists to be more conscious of what track they put on this, on the album. It doesn't need to be there. It doesn't need to be said. Okay, it doesn't need to be said. Don't say it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just I'm more of a fan of that. That's why I'm definitely more of a fan of like the single album.
Yeah. Oh shit! I just thought about it. There's a couple more double albums too. Are You Still Down? You have Better Days.
Oh shit!
Until the End of Time. All Pac.
Yeah, I'm about to say they're all Pac.
Yeah, all of them Pac. I mean, granted, all of them were posthumous, but
right.
Yeah.
Right.
But Better Days actually was a good album. I actually did fuck with Better Days heavy. Jazzy Face production was heavy on that one. It was actually pretty good.
So you put Lil Flip over Tupac?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's what you're trying to say. Yeah, I put Shrem Life 3, Ray Shremmer over all of them. Tupac and Biggie, man. Fuck them.
But does that even count though? Because you said that was a triple album, wasn't it?
Oh shit! I mean, I guess. I mean, it's a triple pounder. Yeah, nah. I mean,
that's above all of them.
That's the best one. Yeah, that's the best. Whoever's got the most tracks wins, dog.
Right.
That's the best one.
But even with posthumous albums, like some of the albums could have been just one disc, so you could like prolong his like music and shit.
Yeah. I got a question. What do you think is gonna happen in the future? Like, what are projects gonna look like going forward? You know what I mean? Now that like, because even when we say like album or I say record, like I'm talking about shit that I never even experienced. That was like 30 years before my time, right? So like I'm talking about like how like in the future, like are kids gonna be thinking about shit like discs? Like nah, like right? You know what I mean? It's like what
they're barely thinking about it now,
right? So it's like what are they gonna like? What's gonna be the average runtime of an album in like 2030? Like 5 hours. Like,
right.
I don't know what it's gonna be, man. Maybe it'll get shorter. I mean, maybe it'll be shorter because people's attention spans are shorter.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then like, of course, the streaming, like the shorter the song, like the more streams you're gonna get. Like, you do like a 2-minute song versus like a 5-minute song, you're gonna get like 2 streams to that one.
Yeah,
so that's why a lot of songs are like a minute and a half. 2
yeah,
minutes.
short. Yeah,
so
that's
like,
a good point actually. Yeah, maybe it'll be short.
Like they'll do like one verse, then the hook, and then that's it, or the hook verse hook, and then that's it.
That's true.
Unless it's like a remix.
A lot of the beats that I do now, I don't do anything over like 2:30 because I already know like artists just don't do that. So it's like
you know, back in the day, songs would be like at least
4 minutes.
Yeah,
like 3 4 minutes.
3 to 4 minutes. Cause you always had to have like the 3 verses.
Three verses. Yeah. That's crazy, man. Like it's even listening. I listened to Tip like a couple years ago. I was like listening to some old shit, and I was like, damn, these are a lot of verses. But he only did 3. But it just felt long because I was like in that time, 2018, like people just don't do 3 verses.
They really
do
don't.
like 2 verses. That's probably it. But now it's like, yeah, it could be just like a 1 verse. A lot of the beats that I do are like freestyle type beats, and so like they don't really do that. They're just short, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, streaming kind of just took over everything. Like,
yeah,
I'm shocked the vinyls are still doing well though. Like,
yeah,
vinyls. Like, it's funny how like vinyls are coming back, but CDs were fading away.
Right.
It's kind of wild.
Vinyls are definitely coming back. CDs are gone, man.
Right. I think the last CD I bought was Logic. Who put like a limited number, like he'll release like a number limited of like CDs for his albums, and he'll release them through like his website. And since Elijah's in my top 10, I'm like, yeah, I gotta get this. I gotta get the fucking CD, bro.
There you go.
I think I got all of the CDs actually.
That's awesome.
Mine is I think mine is Everybody. Mine is his third album, but other than that, I got like all his CDs.
Why didn't you get that one?
I didn't care for that one too much, to be honest.
Ooh.
I mean,
even like
it's
1-800-589-376.
I'm just talking about as a whole.
Yeah,
I mean, of course, I'm not gonna knock that song. But
no, it's a good song.
Yeah, it's definitely a good song. And definitely a good message. But just like it just didn't hit right. I don't know. It was too commercial. That's what it was.
Too commercial. Yeah. Nah, you don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Nah.
To an extent.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind shit being commercial depending on who you are, but I just feel like he kind of strayed away from like how he came up. Like he strayed away from like Under Pressure, from The Incredible True Story, and then he did Everybody, which is again a good message because he's talking about racism and like all the other stuff, and like he kind of strayed away.
It was
in
too
my
much.
opinion. Yeah. And then like his fourth album, he came out with fucking Nostradamus for 4, which was back to his old ways. So I'm like, yeah. Then he did No Pressure. So
I'm trying to remember the last CD I bought. I feel like it was Kendrick, man.
Which one?
I feel like it might have been
Good Kid, Mad City. No, Pimp a Butterfly had to be.
I think it was Pimp a Butterfly. No, I don't think I own that joint.
Oh shit.
No, I definitely do. No, I'm no. I'd be disgraceful if I didn't own that shit. No, I think I do own that one. I think it might have. Maybe it was Damn. No, it wasn't Damn. No, it wasn't Damn because I definitely. I don't think that even came out. I don't even think. Did it come out on a CD? I don't even think it did.
I don't know, to be honest.
I don't think it did. No, I think it might. It might have been. Yeah, it might have been Pimp a Butterfly. Yeah, man. That's 2014, 2015.
Yeah, so the last CD I bought was, I think, last year.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
it's recent.
I think that's when No Pressure. Yeah, No Pressure came out last year. Yeah, it was last year. That was the last time I bought a CD. Fairly recent. And I think before that it was like 18. Cause that's when Young Sinatra 4 came out. Yeah, and before that. Actually, no. I remember I found fucking Me Against the World, like some random CD store. I bought it for like $6. It was only worth $6. I'm like, CDs are like cheap as fuck now because of like
right. No one's buying them anymore.
Meanwhile, vinyls are like $30-$40.
Right? You asked me last time I bought a vinyl last month. That's the last time I got a vinyl.
I bought my last vinyl like 2-3 weeks ago.
What'd you get?
TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Yeah. I seen that joint in the store. I was like, I'll take that.
Yeah, it's something about that, getting the vinyl, man. It's really dope. It's something about that. It's like
the authentic. Oh shit, I can't talk right now. The realness. I can't talk right now.
That's cool, man. I got allergies. They know my voice is deep. But that's cool, man.
Trying to sound like me and shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to sound like you, man. I've got pros in different area codes. Pros. I need auto-tune for that shit.
Wherever it is, they love me and they just won't let me be. I have my biz.
That's a rap.
Right.
That's a rap. That's where we fade out right there. Perfect, man.
Well, with that being said, tune in next time. By that time, we'll have our homework finished and we'll continue our countdown with the 80s. Again, with that being said, I'm your boy AJ.
Your boy Nick.
And this is Hip Hop Vibes, the podcast. Catch y'all next time.
Peace.